The John Lebang Show has been known to make people laugh, sing, think, scream, throw things in rage, and generally lose their minds. Listener discretion is advised. And alert the media. The John Lebang Show with me, Shady, is about to be hit by mayhem. I'd like to introduce our next guest. Hey, yo, can I introduce the next guest? Shady, I was just going to introduce him and you interrupted me. Well, that's because I wanted to introduce him. But, you know, it's my show. I want to introduce him. Listen, he needs somebody funny to introduce him, being you're not it. What do you mean I'm not funny? Listen, John, I know funny, and you're not it. Fine, just introduce him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Shady, as you know. I just want to introduce our funny guest all the way from across the pond in England. He's visiting us, he's joining us, Mr. Paul Farrar. Welcome to the show.
Hi, John. Hello, my name is Paul Farrar. And for the very few people out there in the world who have not heard my show, it's the Paul Farrar Show, and I am the host of that show. And I just want everybody out there to know that I agreed to do this interview with John Lebang because if I didn't, he said he would lose me my job.
Yeah, he's guilty of doing that with me too. He thinks he runs the world because he's on the radio all the time.
Is that true? He's going to lose you your job? Yeah, it's all right, Sid. Don't worry about it. Just calm down, mate. Who's going to lose your job? Do you want me to fly over there and kiss him? No, I don't, Sid, no. Bloody John Denver. Who's he think he is? Sorry about that, John. That's Sid. That's my bodyguard.
That's Sid, your bodyguard, huh? I've got Shady in here. He introduced you. He wanted to introduce you. You and Shady go way back. You know that?
Yeah, he goes way back. At the time that I used to have a sheep farm.
Listen now, I don't get into that sheep. That's that other guy.
I've lost it.
You all right there, Paul?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. So, John, your show, does anyone actually listen to that? Is this going out to people out there? How many people? About 4, is it? 1?
Oh, you wouldn't believe how many people are listening to my show. Yeah, listen, John, don't lie. Like 3 people listen to the show and maybe a couple of animals, and that's it.
Well, I just want to ask you a question, John, because, we all know that that's a lie. I want to ask you one thing. The music scene out there, is it any good?
Here in Detroit, it's not too bad. It used to be better when it was in Motown.
Yeah, I'm just going to make a note here, John, not to go to Detroit when I'm next in America. So shoplifting any good over there?
Oh, that's a pastime around here.
Can you give me any tips?
Well, Shady's better with that. Ask him. Well, listen, it's easy. You walk up to somebody and you bump into them and you take their purse.
Well, I've heard that the shops are very heavy to lift over there. Is that right?
Yeah, everything's bigger here in the U.S.
John, I've got a knock on the door. I've got somebody else who's interrupting me. I'm sorry about this. I'm going to let him in. Would you believe it? It's none other than Bob Dylan. Say hello to Bob, Shady.
Hey, Bob Dylan, I love your music.
I'm not interested in what you're going to sing. I'm going to have a song here. I'm going to perform a song. He's going to perform a song, John, live here in the studio. How about that? Something really amazing. That's the first. It's not the first, Farrah. I'm going to play you another song. Okay, we're going to do a song. Ready, John?
Yes, we're ready.
I went to the corner shop to buy some eggs. But when I got there were no more left. I said to the shopkeeper, what am I going to eat? He said, I don't know, and he turned into a sheep. That's bloody awful, isn't it?
That's
really
terrible.
You mean awful, Farrah? That's much better than what you do. I'm going to play you one of my songs now, John, which is a lot better. No, you're not. You're going to play one of my... I am not going to play... You're going to play one of my... You're going to play one of my...
What the hell's going on over there?
Oh, he's just knocked me to the floor, John.
Are you feeling... Are you okay?
Oh, no. No, I'm not. He's setting fire to my shed because I wouldn't play one of his songs, John.
What song does he want you to play?
Oh, no, he's just smashed up my house. No, not the window, John. Not the window. Oh, I can't believe this. He's smashing up everything here, John. Unbelievable. Oh, I just thrown a brick from my window.
Hopefully you have insurance.
He's blown up. I don't
Sounds like an earthquake. Is that hurricane hitting you now?
Because I wouldn't play one of his songs. He's smashed up my house and he's just set fire to the shed.
How big's the shed?
Crap. Oh, John.
Are you okay? Do you want me to call 911?
You're shocked over. I didn't expect that. Bob Dylan turning up and smashing everything up because I couldn't play his song. I don't do his songs.
What song did he want you to play?
I bloody sing. Hey?
What song did he want you to play?
Oh, Farting in the Wind.
John does that all the time.
Oh, God. John, I'm in a bit of a state right now. I don't know what to say. I'm really sort of shaken up by that one. Oh, the fire is out of control. It's setting fire to the garden. It's going into next door gardens as well. This is absolutely unbelievable. I can't believe this. Oh, I've got another knock on the door, John. Yeah. Come in. Hello. I'm Daredevil, the man without fear. John, we got a live superhero here in the studio. What do you think about that?
Isn't that the blind guy?
Yes, it's me, John. Not too blind enough to see what you're getting up to.
Oh, yeah? How do you get around, by the way, being so blind?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm here to solve the problem. I'm going to put out the fire. Because I know you can't, and John's too far away to do it. So Daredevil, the man without fear, is going to put out the fire. Can I just say one thing, Daredevil, before you carry on? Can you just be careful of my cat? I've got this little cat, John. It's a kitten, actually. It's a kitten. It's just standing behind Daredevil, and I don't want him to tread on it because he's as blind as a bat, isn't he? So I need to be very careful with how you... What's the kitten, Daredevil? You got a kitten? Yes. A kitten? Oh, no! I'm scared of kittens! Oh, no, let me out of here! Oh, no. Yeah, that was Daredevil, the man.
Sounds like he has an allergy.
The man without fear. Sorry, John, that was just my alarm clock. I set that earlier in case I fell asleep during the show.
Yeah, well, it gets pretty boring here on the show, you know? Not much going on. Oh, now he's sleeping. Listen, are you not collected?
Oh, no, sorry. I had a late night last night, and this is doing nothing to help me stay awake.
What'd you do last night?
I went out gigging last night, John, because as you know, I'm also a musician like yourself, and I went out playing, and that's very good. All right, Paul. Who show you on? John Lebang. John, you got one of your biggest fans here, John.
Who's that?
Sid Cattlecake.
I'm not sure I know that person.
John, he's great at John, and I love his show. Yeah, he is fantastic. But I didn't. What do you mean you love his show? I've never heard you listen. No, I don't mean him. I mean John Denver. Okay. All right. I think you've lost the plot. Do you know what, John? I've got to say this, right? Because my comedy show is unique. As you know, it goes out all over the world. Fantastic rave and reviews. I mean, I'm being very modest here when I say that I've been interviewed by great presenters such as Johnny Carson. You've heard of him? Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Harrison Ford. You know of him?
I know that guy too.
I've also been Johnny, and this is an amazing one. I've been interviewed by the Incredible Hulk.
Really?
And now this rubbish.
Well, you know, you're coming down in the world, Paul.
Yeah.
I can't, you know, sometimes we go up in our careers and other times we come down, and you're in the deep valley right now.
Well, I'll be honest, Joe.
It's more like a sewage pipe, but you know.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest, Joe. This is John. This is an all-time low, and to come to this point where I'm actually on your show, and there's only one thing I can do to end this misery.
What's that? I think he's breaking some stuff in his house now. Oh. Sounds like Detroit.
I can't even get that right. I missed.
Where were you pointing it?
Well, I pointed it towards my head and I missed. Jumped out of the window and there was a mattress beneath. They're just delivering a new bed. I tried to flush myself down the toilet, but it was too big. So I'm afraid I'm stuck here with you, John. It's like being in a time warp, not being able to get out of it. So, Shady's very quiet. What's he up to?
Well, he's been talking, but you ain't listening.
Well, listen, John, when there's something worth listening to, mate, and so far I haven't heard it.
Well, you know, Shady's kind of grumpy this morning. He didn't get much sleep last night.
No?
And we're out of beer. And, you know, he can't do anything without beer. I'm telling you what, we got to get some beer. If it's just that BJ beer, that's fine, but I don't care what kind of beer we get got to get some beer in here. You got beer over there?
We've got beer over here, John.
What kind of beer do you got over there?
Well, beer that's made out of hops. What other kind is there?
Well, I don't know. There's all kinds of beers. They all have different labels on them.
I know you're getting very interesting, Shady, but I'm going to have to interrupt you once again because none other than the Incredible Hulk has just turned up. And I don't know whether you know this, but every year I host an arm wrestling competition to see who the strongest man in England is. And we've got a very surprise guest. We've got none other than the Incredible Hulk. And I'm going to be going on 1-to-1 arm wrestling with the Hulk.
Can I interview him first?
Yeah, he's just coming through the door. So the Incredible Hulk's coming through the door right now. Yeah, the security guards are trying to shoot him, but that's the alarm clock again, trying to wake me up so I don't fall asleep during this show. Yeah, he's just going to come through the door very shortly, and well, bullets are nothing for him to be afraid of, are they, John? He's just walking his way through. He's coming through the door, so he'll be through the door any second now. And oh, hi, Hulk. Of course, we have not got a door left now, John, and he's sitting here now, right next to me. Hulk smash! No, don't you smash anything else, or we're not going to have a house left. Okay, so the Hulk is just about to do an arm wrestling competition with me here, John. Well, he's just smashed the table. I'm going to get ready for this. I mean, any bets on this? Who do you favour?
I have to favor the Hulk on this one.
Yeah,
me too. He's got a new movie coming out with Thor, so obviously he's more working out, you know?
Yeah, he has been working out, but I slightly favour myself, John, because and you won't know this, but I've been eating extra amounts of spinach this week and getting arm wrestling lessons off Popeye. So we're just going to settle down now for an arm wrestling competition with the Hulk, and here we go. So, not so quick. I just grab you between the legs there. I think there's going to be a bit of cheating going on here. I think he feels a little bit threatened by this, John. So here we go, hand to hands. We're off. John, it's a close one, John. He's actually pulling funny faces at me to try and distract me. I can't cope with much more of this, John. He's trying to tickle me under the arm. Stop it! He's won. He's tickling me under the arms and between the legs. I didn't stand a chance.
That sounds kind of gay of him tickling you between the legs.
Oh, he's off. He's off. He's showing off. He's off. Here he goes. Unbelievable. Yeah, right through my ceiling. Great. Really great.
So you've got a burned out yard and now no ceiling and door.
No ceiling, no door, no yard. Next door neighbour's house is on fire, and I've got a broken arm. So I think I'm going to have to sign off very shortly and get to the hospital, John. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, it's really hurting me, John. Just a quick comment about how I think the show's going so far, and then we'll move on for you to say something.
You know, that sounded like me 20 minutes ago. That brings back memories. So it's been a long time since you and I got to talk, Paul.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I mean, you've had a lot of time to do it. No one's interrupted you.
No, I know. Last time we talked was back at that Christmas thing we did about a year and a half ago.
Well,
a year ago. No, it was only a year ago.
No,
See?
it's 10 months ago.
Yeah, I'm getting old, you know, and my memory's slipping, and I'm losing it, and sometimes I forget what happened yesterday, but I remember what happened 20 years ago. I can tell you that.
Yes, my name's not Daphne, it's Paul, John. Yes, I remember that show 10 months ago, and I thought that was a great show, and I've put it out on many radio stations since then. I just thought that was a very, very funny show, and you and Shady did a great job on that.
No, you did a great job. You and the twin did a magnificent job. Hey, you listening there? Don't go anywhere. The John Lebang Show's gonna be right back. Just ask the hillbilly.
That's right. Right after this.
What about me? Maybe next time. Check out the new book from Derek Shelmerdine,
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
It tells the story of rock and roll from its roots right up until the mid-70s punk.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Not just the music, but also the events that shaped the music.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
It includes the backgrounds to recording sessions, singles, album releases, births, and deaths, epic concerts, and festivals.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Shelmerdine has made a painstaking effort to document pretty much every event that would prove significant in shaping popular music.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Purchase the book at www.rockandrollunraveled.com. Follow him at Twitter at R&R Unraveled, and look him up on Facebook at Rock and Roll Unraveled.
Rock and Roll Unraveled.
By author Derek Shelmerdine.
Available now. You're listening to the John Lebang Show.
It's a hell of a good time, isn't it? You had everybody rolling here in the studio. We couldn't even get a word in edgewise because you guys were just complete mayhem. And that's what your show is about, isn't it? Mayhem.
No, it's just a straight talking music program. I just play a few, rock songs that I like, give out a few facts, and that's it, John. There's really no more to it. I don't know where you're coming from on this.
What do you mean? You're copying the John Lebang Show now?
What can I say? My idol, my mentor. I follow in his footsteps.
You're aiming really low. I'm just saying.
Can I just say, John, about listening figures? I've just had some correspondence from your sponsors, because I know you've got a few. Don't know why, but you have. And your sponsors have agreed, and this is good news for you, that the more listeners that you get, the more money you are going to get from the sponsors, not only to produce the show, but to pay you a working wage. And can I just say that at the moment, they are saying to me that you are in debt with them and looking for a new job. And can I just reassure you that there is a wonderful advertisement here in Detroit for restroom janitors in your area.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Paul. John's already out selling his body to fat ladies. Hey, you gotta get it where you can get it, Paul. That's all I can say.
Yes.
And I will tell you that it's only fat, ugly women from the east side of Detroit.
Well, when things get a bit tight, John, I go out on the game. I sell my body. And what I usually do to make a bit extra money, because most of the time I usually have to pay them to do it, is I stand outside KFC and offer them a bargain bucket.
And how much is that bargain bucket?
Well, I'm very reasonable. It's 25 cents for an hour. So by the time I've finished, I'm very tired and I've made $1. It goes towards paying the bills, so who's to complain?
You know, $1's $1.
So, Shady.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I was just going to say something, but I've just had this...
You had a Batman thing out last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I did have a Batman thing out last week.
Why don't you tell everybody about that one?
The Misadventures of Batman. Now, my creation, Batman, is different to the one that you see in the films. For a start, he's naked. No, it's different from the one you see in the films because this Batman is very irritable. He's an egomaniac, and he is absolutely hopeless at putting things right. In fact, when he's finished trying to sort out trouble, he makes it 10 times worse. For example, there was a riot, and I was surrounded by rioters, and I called out for help, and Batman turned up, and he exclaimed that he was going to get rid of the rioters. He's going to bring peace to the area. But what did he do? He started looting shops and beating everybody up because he wanted a DVD player, and started stashing all the gear in his Batmobile and drove off. So this is the kind of idiot that we're dealing with. You know, if there is a catastrophe where there's an oil tanker on fire, by the time he's finished, the whole of the town will be burnt to the ground.
Sounds like John.
Well, originally, I did the interview for Batman. I interviewed myself, but I didn't get it, John, because I was considered to be too athletic. So, well, it finally went down. There's a whole.
I know when I look at your Facebook, your physique is like Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
That's right. You're absolutely right, John. I love you because you speak the truth. If it's breaking up here, actually, John. Can you hit your end?
No, we're hearing you fine over here. It's broke.
All I can make out is I love you. I want to massage your little toes with peppermint cream oil.
That might be the other show on this station.
I just made an adjustment, and it seems like we're actually coming through fine now.
Sometimes
John,
men have to make an adjustment.
This is what I want to ask you because, actually the person who did get the role for Batman was Roseanne Barr, and I think that was a great choice. I would like to head over to Detroit and see you, and various whorehouses on the way. And I was just wondering, before I get to you with a big smile on my face, what is the music scene like over there? Will there be places for me to play?
Sure, you can play skin flute anywhere you want. People pay you for that around here. Do you know what skin flute is?
No, I don't, John.
You probably don't want to then. Now, if you want to see hookers, we've got lots of those. They actually advertise on Craigslist if you want it.
Really? Now, that's interesting because what I thought I would do is not look any further than your house.
Shady has them over all the time, so, sometimes you gotta pay for it because it don't come free when you're old and you got wrinkly balls and all. I mean, not every woman wants to see gray, wrinkly balls, so you gotta pay for it. And even the young ones ask for a lot of money. It's like, no, thank you, I don't want it. Please give me twice the money.
What I've decided to do, John, as you're getting a little bit excited about all this, is just play some relaxing music. And just sit back and put your feet up, preferably not in your mouth, and just sit back and relax and just take in this wonderful music, because at this time of day I like to sit back on the couch and drink some champagne and smoke a cigar and wait for the knock on the door, because that knock on the door will signify not only has my year's supply of Viagra arrived, but also that the prostitutes are here. Oh, here they are now, John. Sorry, I've just got to interrupt the show because this is far more important. Come in, sweetheart. Lovely, yeah. What? Paul, where do you want us? Oh, my God. Oh, my. Do you want us over here? I brought some donuts. I don't need this. The wrong kind of... Well, you wanted us in for the nickels, did you? Get out. Sorry about that, John.
Sounds like those hookers need a sex change operation.
They're very rough. Very rough. So, John,
where do you get hookers out there?
I want to know a little bit more about what's going on over there. Because if I'm heading out there, what can I in Detroit? What can I expect to experience and see?
I'm going to leave that to Shady because he knows Detroit way better than I do.
Yeah, Shady, tell me about Detroit.
Okay, so if you come down to Detroit, what you could see is we could take you down to the new hockey arena.
No, that's boring. I'm talking about.
Well, you don't understand what's around the hockey arena. There are a lot of pretty women down there, and then you can look at boobies all day. That's worth going, isn't it? Now, if you don't like boobies, we could take you down Gratiot Avenue there and head down there, and you can go into the ghetto. And if you want to go into the ghetto, you know what you see in the ghetto? You see burned out houses, you see drunk people on the side of the road, you even see a person peeing here and there if you look close enough. Now, you also can get a hooker, but the ones down there you may not want to touch, because everybody else has touched them, and you don't want to be touched by whatever they've been touching. That's boring, huh? See what else? We could take you down to the Detroit Zoo, see some of my ex-girlfriend's family.
Oh, do you know I had a terrible nightmare just then, John? I dreamt that I was actually on your show. Oh, that was horrible.
It's not a nightmare. It's reality. We're in the Matrix, man.
I had another one last night. I woke up and dreamt I was untalented. Oh, that was a killer. Oh, that was such a nightmare. Oh.
So tell us about your music, Paul.
I just got something here first, John.
What's that?
I'll talk to you about music. I'm very interested in learning about the great disasters and extinctions of the world. And number one, great disasters comes up as the John Lebang show. But if you go further down the list, right,
at least this episode is a disaster, right?
Yeah, extinctions. I mean, I'm looking at extinctions because I'm fascinated by them. Extinctions that applies to John Lebang's listening audience, which after this show has definitely become extinct. But if we go a little bit further down the list, what causes these great extinctions to happen? Well, it's not me. No, it's not you. No, that's Camp Alien. By the way, I've got this little alien who lives in the shed. Well, he used to. Since Bob burnt it down, he can't. But he now lives upstairs in the back room, the music room, and he comes down every now and again. He likes a little chat. He's actually looking for his ancestral trees, tracking to see, where his ancestors come.
And you say he's an alien?
He's an alien. Yeah, he's an alien.
Maybe some of his ancestors are from Mexico.
Well, so far, John, and you're far out of it, but so far he's tracked them down to Betelgeuse. That's a star in the galaxy of it doesn't exist, and it's because he lives in a fairyland of make believe. But
we have fairies on this show sometimes too.
Yeah, there's definitely one over there, and he's just looking for evidence of ancient alien activity on the Earth. People like von Daniken used to write about the ancient alien theory, that ancient aliens came down to Earth and influenced human development. He's very interested in that, and he's on like a sabbatical, and he's staying with me for a couple of months while he searches this out, although in England he hasn't found much evidence yet.
Well, that's because he's got to go see Hillary Clinton.
Who's this dickhead I'm talking to? That's John Lebang, and that's a bit rude, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, yeah, all right. Maybe it is an honest opinion, but, we're on here. Keep it to yourself. So, John, great disasters. Get on with it. All right. I will get on with it. Get on with it. Okay, so great disasters and extinctions. So, the Sri Lankan tidal wave, John, well, I've tracked that one back to... This occurred when you were on holiday and went swimming off the coast of Africa.
Yeah, I had bad gas that day.
Yes, we know. We experienced it over here. Anyway, number two. Oh, this is professional, isn't it? Now, number two. You dirty bastard.
John, will you shut up so he can talk, please?
He's just swinging on my balls at the moment.
That's like a cherry picker.
Right, yeah. Right, the extinction of the dinosaurs. Oh, I know this one. Go on in. Well, they just died out, didn't they? Yeah, that's very enlightening. So the extinction of the dinosaurs, John. You had a cold that day. Okay.
I didn't know that I was that old. I think you're confusing me.
No. Trust me. You're just about drawing your old age pension at that time. Okay. So the Ice Age. Now, I often wondered how the Ice Age came about. Okay. So I searched into that one, and I found out, John, that you were totally responsible for that because you left the freezer door open before you went away on holiday.
Now, tell John why the planet Venus is such a inhospitable world.
Well, you've been there.
I've never heard of the planet penis.
The planet Venus is surrounded by its moon Erectile, and it is a sister planet of Uranus, John. And the fantastic news about that planet in the world of astronomy is that astronomers, John, have just recently discovered rings around Uranus. And this...
Is that astronomy?
Astronomy.
Astronomy, okay.
Astronomy.
They have that in San Francisco, I can tell you that.
They have?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this planet, John, which you know is a gaseous giant, it has rings around it. So you may be very pleased to hear, John, that as from this moment in time, you are scientifically recognized as having craters, not only craters, but also rings around Uranus. So we're going back to the reason why Venus is a volcano.
It's all those damn tacos.
Boiling hot. Whoa, we're getting very close to that, John. It's because you went there on your way to discovering Australia.
I've never heard so much rubbish in my life.
Right, John.
I'm now in Australia. I have an affiliate out there.
Are you on DBL?
You got it.
DBL. Right.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, me too.
Isn't that great? See, I told you, you're all over just like I am. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Listening there. Don't go anywhere. The John Lebang Show's gonna be right back. Just ask the hillbilly.
That's right. Right after this.
What about me? Maybe next time. You know, if you're getting married soon and you need good entertainment, you need to contact John Lebang. He's got 30 years of experience of wedding entertainment under his belt, and there is no one better and no one cheaper. He's running a special to the end of the year, $500 for your wedding if you book now. Contact John Lebang by email at jlebang@live.com or go to his website. That's www.jlebang.com. CRRM, CarePoint Billing Services. Their billers and managers are all dedicated to working for you to increase your profits. For more information, call CRRM at 248-579-3805. CRRM, CarePoint Billing Services.
Hey, man, it's at the bottom of the hour, man. Do you know where your kids are, man?
Forces of darkness, the treasonable alliance who collaborate must can and will be wiped from the face of the earth.
We're the two biggest voices in internet radio, and even though that doesn't mean a whole lot, that's still cool.
Well, I think that's right, John. And I've been in contact with about 8 today, and I've got one who's come on board from France.
How was she?
Sorry?
You said you ate something today. I asked you, how was she?
She's absolutely fine.
Did it taste like tuna?
No.
Okay, catfish?
No, John, didn't taste like that, John. All right?
The pussycat?
Are you sitting down, are you?
We're both sitting down. When Paul Farrar's on, we've got to sit out.
Well, sometimes you have to lower yourself to get where you want in life. Isn't that right, John? Sometimes you have to put your standards down in the gutter to play the game.
Just ask Robert Downey Jr.
where you want to be in life, and so that is really why I am doing this.
Hey, you got to start at the bottom and work your way down.
Yeah, the music, John. Thanks for asking about that. Not interested really in what you've got to say. Just want to talk about me. And can I just say, is the check in the post? Is the check in the post, John? Because
it's rubber, though. I have to say it's rubber.
Rubber.
Yep, it's like a condom.
It's going to be bouncing right over to Detroit. I'm going to send Camp Alien over it.
I'm not going over there. It bloody smells.
No, that's Gary, Indiana, not Detroit.
Now, John, music. You want to know about my music? Okay, well, you're a musician as well, aren't you? You do music, don't you?
Yes, I do music. I do.
Some call it that. Some call it that.
Yeah, I mean, most people would call it a headache. I cause a headache.
What we usually do, John, if we get a few friends over that we don't, that we've had enough of, we don't like, we just play one of your songs and that clears the house.
Well, that's good. Clears the house. That makes it easier to clean.
Yeah, well, it has its use. Oh, no. I got Bob Dylan is still hanging around here, John. He's waving his fists at me. He's holding up some of his CDs. He's furious because I didn't want to play him one of his songs. He's absolutely threatening over this. I just don't think I'm going to be safe with him here today.
Maybe you should call the police.
I think I might have to, John.
Do you call 911 out there? Is it not?
Be smashing up my guitar! Don't smash up my guitar! Leave me alone, you fucking bastard! You're a fucking
Sounds like our place on the weekends.
He just got through the. Give me that microphone! Give me that microphone! Give me that microphone! Just smashed up his microphone. He just smashed up my guitars, John.
How much? What kind of guitar was it?
Eh? Fender.
Fender.
Just some old rubbish. Fender.
Old rubbish.
Yeah, cheap rubbish. Leave the cow alone, Bob. Leave the cow alone. Yeah, my music. It's melodic. It's full of melody. I'm a singer. I'm a songwriter. I kind of have a free spirit in music. I do a lot of performing on my own, but I also get some other people in the form of a band called Diamonds in the Rough. John?
Yeah, I almost lost you. I'm sorry.
Was it that interesting that you fell off your chair in a coma?
Well, that was Shady. He's sleeping now. Now he's sleeping.
Thank you much, John. Yeah, thanks very much.
Well, it's not my fault. Shady didn't get much sleep last night, so... Shady, will you wake up? Oh, whoa. What are we doing here now?
Right, well, I'm trying to advertise my music to get people to listen to it. I'd appreciate if you show me the proper respect.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else and then I fell asleep or something.
Okay, well, if you want to know more about my music, you go to Paul Farrar on SoundCloud. Okay, SoundCloud. You got that, John? SoundCloud. Or Reverb Nation, where there are some videos on there. And Paul Farrar, Farrar. Okay? Mm-hmm. So that's Paul Farrar, SoundCloud and Reverb Nation. Or anybody over in the States can fly over and see me here anytime they like. I'm playing all over the place really here in England. I've also played in America, been over to Florida and Alabama, played New Orleans. So that was a big thrill. That really was the musical highlight of my life, really, playing there, and being invited over to play at a festival in Florida. So am I going too fast for you, John?
No, you're good. You're gonna tour here in the U.S. one day? You're gonna come over here for real though and visit us one day, right? That's what you're talking about?
No, I'm definitely serious about that. I've been to the States twice, but I'd like to go back to a different area. I've not been to Detroit, so I'd really like to come over there and experience some Mayhem, meet you, and also do some music over there, and then come back. That'd be great.
Check out the Mr. Paul Farrar Show on all the same stations I'm on. Just go to his Facebook page. You're promoting there all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, on the Facebook page. It's difficult to say what times because there's so many stations now. I keep all my times in a book, but it's certainly, if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see that times for some of the stations and links on there. You know, I'm over in shows in America, UK, Europe, and in Australia, and a lot of those are on. Actually, don't bother looking for mine. Just check out the stations that John's on, and I'm there.
That's
All
right. We're pretty much on almost all the same stations, and if we're not, we tend to migrate to those stations eventually. How many stations are you on right now, Paul?
Oh, it must. I've lost count.
Are you okay over there? I mean, you sound a little frustrated or disheveled.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, what's happened here. My technology's gone down. I'm listening to you, but I'm concentrating on this and trying to get it to go. But it's not actually.
Sometimes your testicles just don't work.
Just hold on there, John. I've got a backup. All right.
What do you want me to hold on to?
Just hold. That's the name of one of my songs.
Hold on. This live radio, ladies and gentlemen. Live radio.
If you only you.
We're having a duet right here on the radio. Well, I want to join in, but all you can do is rap, Shady. Well, I can do more than rap if you just let me. Shady, you can't sing for anything. It's Paul and I will sing. Look at what's going on over there, Paul.
That's Bob Dylan throwing another brick through the only remaining window that God almighty! Oh! He's now set fire to my car, which has just exploded. This is just unbelievable. Well, the man is taking Right, he's now got the next door neighbour involved. His shed's also been blown up. Who is going to save us now? Look at the door, John. I'm just going to ask.
Who could that be?
Right? You might have guessed that the technology.
You know, this guy's place is as busy as a hookah house.
I've suddenly perked up the. Not another hook. I've perked up now, John, because the technology is back on.
Well, yeah, when that technology is going, it's good.
Shut up!
Who's this?
The Dark Knight. Oh, it's Batman, John. Batman's here. I defeated the Penguin. Okay, yeah, we know you defeated the Penguin, but I don't see what that's got to do with anything on this show. Shut up! You're the one who's ignorant, not me. Who's on the other end of this broadcast?
Well, it's John Lebang and Shady. How you doing, Batman?
John, I don't believe it. He's naked. He's got the only thing he's got on is a mask, John. Why are you naked? What are you doing? I'm proving that I don't need my body armor to defeat criminals. I defeated the Joker. Yeah, we know that. Why don't you just go the full length and take your helmet off as well? Because if I took off my helmet, people would know that I'm Bruce Wayne. Well, I think they do now, don't they, John? I think they all know that now.
Can I ask a question of Batman, please?
Yeah, but make it quick.
Okay, this is Shady. I just want to ask you a question. Now, you've had a lot of Catwoman in your days.
He's tried to blow up the laptop there, Joe. I don't think he liked that question, John. I'm here to defeat the vampires. Can you believe this?
What, like Blade? That's an entirely different company.
What vampire? I've heard you got vampires here. No, we haven't got any vampires here. This is absolutely nuts, isn't it, John?
Yeah, my ex-wife already moved out, so there ain't no more vampires left.
Shut up, it's my turn to talk. I brought some silver bullets to shoot the vampires. That's not vampires, that's werewolves. I know what I'm doing. I'd be stupid if I tell me what to do. It's for vampires. Can you believe what is going on over here, John?
Maybe he's thinking of the movie American Werewolves in London.
I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, I think he is. I never watched that film. I've got no time for that. I'm busy fighting Catwoman. Well, according to John, you're busy doing other things with her as well. No,
you're fighting Catwoman? I thought you liked Catwoman.
I'm not doing anything with Catwoman, John.
Well, which one? But you didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question. Who do you like better, Halle's Berry or Michelle's pussy? I mean, Pfeiffer.
I defeated the Scarecrow.
This guy don't answer questions, does he?
You're going to get anywhere. Actually, he's loading up the gun now. He's loading up the... What are you doing? I'm going to kill the werewolves. That's what's causing all the problems around it. No, it's not. It's Bob Dylan. He's the one who's causing the problems. He's the one who's setting fire to the shed. He's the one smashing the window. No, it's not. It's werewolves. Where do you get these people from, John?
Those are your people.
He's loading up a gun. He's got it in his head that there are werewolves around here. And
he's naked and loading his gun?
Watch where you're aiming it. Watch where you're aiming it. I don't believe this, John. He's got a gun. He's loading it. He's aiming it out the window. He thinks there's werewolves out there.
Look out. I had a flasher do that to me once.
He's just shot Bob Dylan.
I guess that's breaking news. Bob Dylan is a goner.
And he's taking a dump in my toilet. Oh no. He's loading up again. He's still convinced there are werewolves here, John.
Wow, he can load it up twice in that short a time? He's a real man.
I'm the Dark Knight. I'm going to kill the werewolves. You just shot Bob Dylan. Yeah, I know. I never did like his music. All right, so he's going to be shooting these werewolves. I don't know where he's going to find them. They're probably in his imagination. Shut up and step out of the way. All right, he's going to do it. Oh, no. Hang on. Let me get out of the way first. Get out of the way first. Oh shit! I've shot myself in the foot. Well, that was very successful, wasn't it? He's just shot himself in the foot.
Yeah, the Hulk better take him to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. He's just taken himself out of the house. I don't believe this. He turned up to kill Bob Dylan and the werewolves. I don't know where the werewolves come from, but he has managed to shoot himself in the foot as well as Bob. He's getting into the Batmobile. He's going to start up the Batmobile and drive away, John. And I think that's the best thing you could do, is just get away from where we are.
That sounds good to me.
Well, John, the Dark Knight will not be rising in future. At least one part of him won't be rising.
Well, he rose twice when he was on the radio, so that ain't bad.
John, I'm very aware that I've listened to you speaking a lot today. I haven't managed to get a word in, really. I find that very disappointing. I spent a lot of time getting ready for this show. I didn't sleep last night because I was so excited that I could actually spend a whole hour talking about my show, my music, and my love life. But unfortunately, I've not managed to get a single word. And John, I think that's really poor. Very poor, in fact. And I am very disappointed. I'm
Take it up with the management.
I hope this doesn't go out on air, John. I'm just so... Can't talk.
Oh, God, he's going all Alex Jones on us now.
Can't talk. Bastard.
Where do you think you're going?
The John LeBang Show will be right back.
So grab a beer and a smoke and sit your butt back down. Stay right here.
Powerful, epic music by Tooth Row. Life-changing lyrics come in every style, empowering humanity to finally unlock the chains of bondage. Experience the edgy side of positive music and rock your world today. From Primal to Divine, available now at sassyalternativemusic.com.
If you want to contact the John LeBang Show, feel free to send an email to jlebang@live.com. And if you're on Twitter, look him up at John LeBang. And don't forget to go to his Facebook page at The John LeBang Show. Now here's John.
What's the matter? What's the matter, Paul? Did I hurt your feelings?
I've just got a letter that's come through the door, John.
What letter is that?
Believe this.
Are you getting evicted?
Well, no, this is fantastic. It's fantastic. I don't, but is this true? Is this true, John? I can't believe that it is it? I've just got a letter here. Hang on, I'm just going to open it. Hang on. it's from none other than Queen Elizabeth's personal secretary.
Yeah, we believe that, don't we?
And it's written on it. It's very, very, very beautiful writing, actually, John. Very regal. Very regal.
No, it is not only bloody read it.
It's very regal, and it says that I have been invited to Buckingham Palace and to receive a knighthood, John. A knighthood. And to take part in a very special ceremony with the Queen, tea and biscuits, you know we like tea, and also to jump from a cliff and do some bungee jumping with her. So this is a great honour, John. Oh no. Apparently the ceremony was yesterday, John, and because I've missed it, I'm not getting the knighthood.
There you go. Now you can't be a night queen.
Shady's going to have to do something to console me because I'm reaching for that gun again.
Listen,
John.
I don't go that way.
I'm reaching for the gun, John. Shady's got to do something to take me out of this massive depression.
Listen, don't do anything I wouldn't do. You know what? Point it at your neighbor. She's probably ugly. Shady. Oh, look out.
Missed again. Missed what I have to do to get it right. Missed again. Is there no way out of this interview?
Celebrity Drop It Like a Deuce with Mr. Paul Farrar. If you want to win a prize, drop it like a deuce. Are you sure this is a good idea? If you want to have a good time, drop it like a deuce.
I have a bad feeling about this.
No need to sterilize. Drop it like a deuce.
Oh no.
Drop it like a deuce. Drop it like a deuce. Drop it like a deuce. All right, for our first question, Princess Diana or the artist formerly known as Prince, who is now Prince again?
Prince.
Benny Hill or Mr. Bean?
Oh, I'm not keen on any of them. John Lebang.
Indie films or indie music?
Indie films. The indie films that I really like are ones like Spider-Man 2, Hulk, Avatar. Do you know what, John? When I was watching that film Avatar, right? Watching it. No, come on, let's be serious, because I know that it's mostly comedy with me, but I am a very deep, thoughtful, caring man. And I was sitting there watching that film, Avatar, and I'm not being funny, John, I was in tears. I was really in tears watching this film because I knew I was only halfway through it.
You know, I didn't even make it 5 minutes into it and I had to leave. It started rumbling in my belly and I had to do something more important, if you know what I mean.
You had that camp out in the restroom feeling, did you?
That's right. All right, continuing on with Drop It Like a Deuce.
Shut up!
G-string or G chord?
Shut up! Shut up!
G-string or a G chord?
That man wants to take part, but he's not. I'm not letting him in. Sorry, what, G-string or
G chord?
Well, that's a very good question, isn't it? I mean, the G chord was the first chord that I learned to play on the guitar, but I played it wrongly and continue to do so to this day. I mean, I also played G, but I played it wrongly, and one of my best songs has come out of that. As far as G-string is concerned, John, we'll talk a little bit more about that later because I've got a few ideas, okay?
Oh, Scarlet Witch or Scarlett Johansson?
Scarlett Johansson. We're talking about the Black Widow, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right. All right, 5 questions. Your favorite place to visit?
My favorite place to visit? What, in the world?
Anywhere, yep.
Anywhere, I mean, well, that's a very good question because there's a lot of places that I would like to visit. But if you're asking me what place did I like visiting the most, that was New Orleans, down the French Quarters.
Worst food you've ever eaten?
That again, John, is because there's lots of prostitutes there.
Of course. Got to go where the hookers are, you know?
Yeah, not interested in the music. Yeah.
Worst food you've ever eaten?
Do you know what, though, John? Every time I mention your name, I get it for half price.
We've got sponsors all over the place, and when you mention Banger, you get that discount.
You've got the John Lebang Sexual Diseases Clinic, haven't you? Down
the
there?
STD discount. 50% off that blue ointment.
Camp Alien's sitting here with his hands over his ears.
This is the longest puppy introduce ever. All right. Worst food you've ever eaten?
Here beneath the stars.
All right. Worst food you've ever eaten, Paul?
Speak with forked tongue. Yeah, carry on, John.
Worst food you've ever eaten?
Hi ho, Silver! Away!
Oh, he's eating some horse, sassy, or cow.
Your Lone Ranger might sit on a horse, but ours rides a cow.
All right, we'll skip that one. Most influential person in your life?
Most what?
Most influential person in your life?
You.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And the Hulk.
And the Hulk. Favorite Godzilla monster?
I don't know any.
You don't know any?
Daleks.
Have aliens ever visited Earth?
Yes.
All right.
I'm talking to one right now.
Oh, boy. Well, Paul, it's been great having you on, my friend. I thank you so much for being on the show. Shady, I'm sure you want to say goodbye. Listen, Paul, we got to get together without this guy because he slows down the whole show. I keep telling him to drop the name and make it Shady's Superfly Sexy Show, and I'll get us some ratings. So I appreciate you coming on.
Well, I really agree with you, Shady, because if it was just you and me, it would have been a fabulous interview. People in their millions would have been tuning into this. But with John doing it, it's just hit the gutter, hasn't it? I mean, it's just absolute. Words can't describe how low and abhorrent this interview was. And if it ever goes out, I think there'll be court action. And so looking forward to doing one with you, Shady, and forgetting about this very bad memory that has taken place over the last hour.
Well, I appreciate both of you for sticking up for me.
No, I'm sorry. I don't appreciate anything about this at all. My career is over. My music has been belittled. My show has been belittled. I'm getting messages here on the internet that people are dropping the show. I was due to sign a recording contract this afternoon. That has been withdrawn.
On Bob Dylan's label, right?
The landlord where I live doesn't want somebody who associates with someone like you living in his house, so I've just been sent notice. So there's only one way out of this for me, John. I see no purpose in my life anymore. John Lebang has been responsible for ending the career and life of Paul Farrar. Bye, everyone.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for yet another 60 minutes of sonic vibrations with a little mayhem of the John Lebang Show. I'd like to thank our guest, Paul Farrar. John, don't forget Bob Dylan and the Hulk and Batman and the Daredevil. Can't forget those, Shady. Damn right. Don't forget to go to our website. That's www.jlebang.com. Thank you to all of our affiliate stations across the fruited plain. And, of course, thank you, the listener, for supporting the John Lebang Show. And until the vibrations of my vocal cords reach your ears again, this is John Lebang, and I'm Shady. We're signing off from the Banger Studios.
2, 1. We have liftoff. Tune in again next week. Same time, same space, same station.
Resistance is futile.